Wow. YouTube, what's going on out there? This is SCL0320. I am back for a brand new TV review, but it's not just a single TV review. This is the season finale, 2 hours long, which is really, actually, 2 episodes, technically, episodes 11 and 12 of Empire. So, y'all, I can't believe the joint that I just saw. Oh my gosh, there was so much that took place, and that's why I wanted to do the spoiler review first, so I can be able to let and riff with y'all. Like, I mean, from the start of it, the fact that Lucious started off just playing his little piano and stuff, and it was an interesting little tone, and I was like, his whole empire is just imploding. It's not just like exploding, it's imploding. Freaking Hakeem was pissed. Dre was like trying to find himself in God and religion and trying to maintain his sanity and getting away from all this mess. And then Jamal was just grooming himself to being the man that he's been trying to fashion to be, but trying to live up to these expectations and these goals that his dad's trying to make him concede to do. And it's just crazy, y'all. I mean, it was so much that happened that it's going to be hard for me to go over because I wrote a lot. But I'm going to have to touch on the key points of what this show is really all about. And I think that's the way I'll be able to do this versus reading line for line everything. The fact that Cookie was trying to... She was trying to build a relationship with Malcolm and went to the woods and went with him and all these other things. And she was just falling... I don't know if it was in love or lust or even like the ideas of having somebody other than Lucious or being surrounded by what Lucious had built. But it was like when the time came and Lucious found out about that joint, he was pissed to the point that like he said, like, I'm keeping Malcolm, but you are out. And like it was funny because when that was happening, I was kind of seeing like Cookie was like being really vindictive and all this kind of stuff, but it wasn't just vindication because of like the things that he did to the boys. I think she was ultimately really hurt for the fact that she spent 17 years in prison. She did all these different kind of things just to build this empire, just for him to say all this stuff, and it's just so evil and terrible. I think she was really hurt, and so her going out and being with Malcolm, those were the emulations of her feeling vindictive and certain things that she's saying, because I was like, this is uncharacteristic of Cookie and the things that she's doing. She's hurt and she's feeling betrayed, but it hit the fan by the first half of it, because when he is sitting there like on the bed and he had taken some medication that made him understand of like, okay, well, I need to go and sleep, he started having like these kind of like conversations, and these conversations are so crazy because he sees Bunky. And that's when Cookie finds out that he killed Bunky. Like, he was speaking in his sleep, and like she lost it. Like, she completely just lost it. And so one of the things that I can see about this is that I can't believe that Lucious is that evil. Like, some of the things that he was doing in this one and some of the things that he was saying, it's like you can tell the soul of a man by the way he carries himself. That's not it. When he's in this intimate moment, when you don't know what he's doing on his like small times, you get to see, and that stuff that he was spitting out, it was just pure evil. And so I can't even believe it. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I kid you not that when he was saying that, I was like, oh, okay, well, I couldn't, like, God couldn't hold me down, like, this person could take me down. I don't care about Cookie, I don't care about them, like, you can't stop me. I was like, man, this is what's really inside this dude. But it's like he's so convoluted because he has a real passion for music. Like, when he went in the opening of the second half of it, and he's talking to the boys, and he was like, what I did was wrong. Like, when he apologized to Hakeem, and it was crazy because Hakeem's stuff went crazier too, because Hakeem, to get it back at him, he went and got with Anika. And not just that, like, he was threatening to go to Creedmoor. And I was like, what in the world is going on? Like, I kid you not, like, the YouTube and Twitter, Facebook, everybody was just going crazy over what was happening. But like at the core of everything that was happening, the subtle points for me was when he was talking with Jamal. When Lucious started talking to Jamal, and like he basically, Andre, he's like, man, forget you, leave me alone and stay away from me. And then when Lucious manipulated Michelle, and I didn't like the way they took her character in this. I'm gonna be quite honest with you. I thought that was just ratchetness. But Lucious intentionally was like, look, let me show you how far my hand reaches. And then like he did that, and Andre was like, man, forget you, I'm done with you. But even then, Hakeem was just hurt and betrayed, and like he dissed his father openly in public, like with Snoop there. I was like, what the flip is going on? And then you know what Lucious did? What any dude coming off the street like, okay, you do that to me, wham! I was like, what? And then he walked off. I was like, these folks are crazy. But I mean, I think it's been building up to all this happening. I only saw two courses of action happen. Either Lucious getting shot or killed by somebody, or what culminated to the end of him ending up in prison. But it's the journey between that I couldn't believe, because when him and Jamal were talking, and he really started to really see the hunger and the fight and the drive that was in Jamal, he saw a part of himself, and he realized that even though this man's getting beat down and talked down to by me, like he's found a way of emulating and perfecting what I've been trying to build. And it's beautiful symmetry, but it's just terrible tragedy. At its core, it really is truly sad, because Jamal now is getting what he wanted and showing his dad like, man, this is what we could have built before, And it's crazy, man. And even with Hakeem, now that he's like basically done with his dad, like now, in my opinion, he's more dangerous, because like he could go on his own craft. Like I feel like his mind is set. Like some of the things that Naomi Campbell's character fused into his mind, and like this is what you can do, I think he stuck to it. But oh my gosh, the end. Like when I think Jamal finally then they all got the presents. Like he made apologies to Andre, he made apologies to Hakeem, and then he gave the company to Jamal. And then like you find out like before, like that Lucious knew what happened with Cookie. Like that night when he was saying all that stuff about her cousin, like she wanted to kill him. She was about to kill him, but she didn't. She had a pillow straight to his head. And you know what gift he gave her? A little pillow. And it's like, oh man, all hell's about to break loose. And then from there, like you find out that Jamal's got the company, but now people are trying to discredit him, trying to say all these different kind of things about him. You know what Jamal did? Like there was somebody that went out and tried to slander his name basically because of him being a homosexual. He went out to the battle this dude, like in the streets. He said, you know what? This is me. This is what I can do. There's nothing different on me other than my skin. That skin is the same as yours. I got the same sin. I got the same skin. What? Tell me this. I was like, that joint, I was like cracking up. But even like the ending, when it all falls through the bars, because Andre, he gets hooked up back with his wife, which I don't think he should have done. I think they could have played out more with the relationship with Michelle. And I hope she gets out of that, because it was crazy. But Uncle Vernon goes and tries to talk him into getting with the plan of trying to do a hostile takeover with Anika and Cookie of all things. Oh my gosh, that fight was crazy. But when that happened, like him and Andre had this bout or whatever, and I was like, man, somebody about to get killed. And sure enough, Uncle Vernon got killed, and now he got to hide that joint. I mean, it's just terrible, man. And Lucious don't even know, but like I tell you this, I've said a lot, but words can't describe just how deeply troubled Lucious really is and what he's truly capable of. Because they started showing all these different flashbacks of the man that he is, and I was interested in symmetry with the video that I made, the music video I made about like the King of the Lions. Like this dude, I saw him kill somebody on the street and he just kept on popping him. The dude's been dead. And I was like, he's so vicious that he would kill somebody he's known for years. What more is he capable of, knowing that his own sons literally basically played him? And it's funny because Jamal was the one that was there for Cookie all those 17 years. And now, like, he even said before he was getting taken off, he's like, look, you play that song and you kill it. I think that he's going to come after Dre, and I think he's going to come after Hakeem. And I don't know. I don't even know what he has in store for Cookie, but this man's going to come back with a vengeance. I think the only person that he's not going to try to hurt is the person that he promised the Empire to. And I still can't believe he did that. After he found out, which is the craziest thing, is that all this time he has what's called, it's MB, I believe. It's not MD, or is it MB? I wrote it down. It is MG, I'm sorry. Because it basically is an acute disorder that causes fatigue, and it's treatable because I know that Triple E has it. And I mean, it's something that it's rough, but it makes you disorient, stuff like that, but it's not something that's gonna take you out forever. And so, like, him finding that revelation, I was like, okay, he's gonna feel sorrow and he's gonna feel all this oppression. Like, no, this dude, he just goes for blood, man. I mean, he tries to make a peace, but when he started going on the attack with Cookie, and like basically like, look, I know you try to kill me, XYZ, like it was just way too much. It was a great episode, but it was way too much. Like I'm like, I want to see more, but at the same time, I'm like, what in the world is this man gonna do when he gets out of jail? Because they don't have anything to cover it, because Vernon's dead. Like, Vernon was the eyewitness, and he was the one that, like, he testified to it. Now, I think Cookie overheard it, but I mean, that might be admissible in court because she just overheard him talking in his sleep. So, I mean, it was even crazier because Cookie didn't turn him in. Like, they went on a whim and picked up Lucious and arrested him and everything. It was just nuts, y'all. I mean, it was a good send-off. It was great musical numbers. I think the favorite music number for this whole thing was Terrence Howard and Jesse doing their performance together with that song. That was really great. Having performance like Rita and Patti LaBelle with Jamal at the end was really epic. It was really good send-off. It was a good season finale. It wasn't what I felt like could have been an even deeper season finale, because I felt like they should have added Judd Nelson's character into it in a deeper way. Like, what is Creedmoor gonna do in capitalizing on what just happened, you know? But like I said, I enjoyed it. I give it maybe a 9 out of 10. They went there. They didn't hold back at all. Everything that you really wanted in each of these characters, they brought to a full head. But yeah, it was just crazy. It was flashing lights. It's crazy. Anyway, that is my spoiler review for Empire season finale. Hopefully y'all liked it. Please leave your comments below, and if you liked it, please leave a like below as well. I appreciate y'all's time, and can't wait for season 2. Coming out soon. It's been officially nominated. Nah, I don't know if it got nominated for Emmys, but I know it's coming out for season 2. Anyway, I'm out, y'all. I'm about to do the regular review. Stay tuned for that. Later.